All right, guys, I'm back. Let me go ahead and check this feed on this apply. So let everybody know. So you might have to like log off and log back on. Welcome to live chat. Blah blah blah. Let me see. All right, hey, thanks, guys. Think I'll see you later, man. All right. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, it's showing right here. It's live. Pick back up, so it should automatically connect with the YouTube. Right click, manage, select that live event. So 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Just doing some live stuff. So yeah. All right. I don't see the chat box yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead. So, but yeah, where I left off at, I don't know. It's been a lifetime since I got cut off. But sorry for that cut off. I didn't. Rookie mistake podcasting. Still, within my first 10 events, I didn't turn off system update. Normally, I'm not here at this time, so I set my system updates to Saturday and Sunday or whatever, and it shut off on me, force shut off. So it just cut right off on me, left you guys hanging and everything. So what I was getting at was just pretty much builds and stuff like that. If this chat box will go ahead and pop up, let me see what's going on in here. I'm trying to get this to activate. So if you guys can go ahead and send the chat or start chatting, or when you log on, I guess it'll come up. So let me see here. Polarization starting. All right. Yeah, so the chat box is live, but it's not showing up on my screen here. So I'm gonna check on my phone and see where everything's going up. So it should be live here. Yeah. Can anybody just try to type something in the chat box to see if it'll come up? And again, we kind of learning together here. So on my cell phone right now, seeing if it come up. So I'm watching it. Let me see. Okay, so it's back up. It's for whatever reason it's not showing the chat box, but I got my chat open here on my phone. Let me turn it down. I got the audio. It's pretty dope, man. Technology, man. You gotta love technology. It's just a lot of people don't know. Before I got in the cars, I got my old man glasses on because I was trying to read some stuff. But yeah, let me see. Hey guys. So 1 second, I'm gonna close it and open it back up. 1 second. Close the chat view and then open it back up. But I'll go ahead and talk while I'm doing this stuff. But yeah, a lot of people know before I got in this car game here, I was really deep into computer repair, electronics, and everything. And I still am. I just don't do it as much. I don't do it as much as I used to, as far as building computers. Because back in the day, you had to go across town and get the RAM here. You had to get the motherboard here. You had to get the processor over here. Blah 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 blah. So you had to do all this crazy stuff to build computers back in the day. It was like an adventure to do that. And nowadays, you guys just go on Newegg and Tiger Direct and all this other stuff and buy, buy different. You buy a whole damn computer. And the one I'm using right now is one that I bought pre-built. I was like, man, I was gonna build it, and the dude's like, man, you could just damn near, you could just build a computer right from clicking it, man. So it's pretty cool. All right, so again, excuse the pardon the dust. Again, it's showing I got one viewer here, and it might take a little bit for guys to log back on and everything. Let me see. Just gonna. Yeah. All right, so sorry about that, guys. Just want to get this chat box back up really quickly. If not, I'll proceed on. I'll give it like a couple more minutes to go because I don't want to waste time. I've already been cut off before and I wasted you guys' time. So anyway, what I was getting at for the builds, while I'm going to this, I'm going to multitask. Getting into the builds and everything, you just want to make sure the build is built for you, not for anybody else. Make sure everything is good to go with the build, and don't cheap out on parts, man. Because again, if you cheap out on parts, you're going to pay for it eventually, and you want to make sure the car is good to go so it can last a long time and you get the money's worth out of it. Because we all work again hard for our cash, and you don't want to give the cash away to a shop and not have the results to be desired, or you just don't want to waste time and everything. So you want to make sure. Let me see. This will get me up there. All right. Okay. So I should be back up. So I had to. Okay. I'll lock this in this time. Okay, so it should, the chat, okay, it's connected. I'm back. So I can see you guys' chat for anybody that's on. Showing now they got one viewer. So for the one viewer out there, if you can, just type something and we'll verify everything's back on. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do, like I said, I don't have any, I'm not seeing any questions right now. I only got the one viewer, which I don't know if that's Cadell. If that is Cadell, thanks for viewing my one viewer. So hopefully, man, we get down the line. I'll do live. I'll mix the live events in between the recorded. Again, something like this happening right here. I didn't turn off the damn auto update, and that screwed me off. It threw me off. So right now, again, it's people say it's unprofessional, whatever. Just keeping it. It's life, man. Life happens. You got to learn. You gotta adjust to it. People who freak out or whatever, like, oh man, I lost the feed. People gonna hate me. Like, dude, who hasn't had a computer cut off on them in the middle of a Pornhub session? I have. You know what I mean? So, or you open your phone back up the next day. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? You open your phone up the next day, man. One thing for you guys that utilize Pornhub, make sure you close out your browsers when you finish your Pornhub sessions, because you don't want to bring up your browser and show your mom something and you got, like, you know, BBC or whatever on there, man. So definitely take advantage of that. Make sure you do that, man. So anyway, I was getting into the builds and everything. And like I said, sorry I dropped the viewers and everything that was on there. Let me see. I dropped all the viewers. So anyway, I just want to go ahead and kind of like start wrapping it up because I'm about over an hour and I got to get somewhere else as always. I try to do an hour for these right now. But again, overall, just to go back over for the guys who just coming on this one, the first one that closed out. So what I'm going to do is later on, I'm going to merge and mix both of them now into one podcast, which will be 9, and I'll upload it later because I got cut off. So anyway, in a nutshell, I talked about car shipping. Everybody, most of you guys know I'm prior military, so I do a lot of military guys. So for the guys that are not military, I can ship your car. So I don't only deal with military guys. I can ship anywhere in the world, long as it's originated from here in Japan. I can set that up. Anything coming outside of Japan into Japan, I can arrange that as well. So if you got an engine or LS1 or whatever sitting in Georgia or whatever, you want to get with Bridge Motor you want to sell it, buy it for anyone, Matt Premore or Quinn Wade or any of my good connections in the States, you want to buy something from those guys and you're over here in Japan, I can arrange for that to be delivered to my shop, commercial address, or deliver it to a residence address if you have the ability to download the item if it's heavy. So I can do that stuff. So that's kind of in the shipping nutshell. Talked about parts quality. Parts quality, pretty much, you want to make sure you select the proper parts based on what you can pay for. If you can't afford it, definitely go ahead and save for those parts that are a little bit more on a higher level, because you're going to end up buying the parts twice. Case in point, I just got finished with a VR4 GTO today. I don't know how much you paid for the clutch kit, but I took the whole engine out to do the work I did and had to pull everything out again to take the clutch out and redo it again. Just the engine stayed in there, but the clutch came down. You guys know the VR4 transversely mounted, all that good stuff. It's not cheap. So it cost him a bit, but his car is fixed. It drives well, doesn't make any noises and things like that. So parts quality is pretty big, and you want to make sure that you're keeping up on the parts quality, because you don't want to waste money. Unless you got a ton of money to throw away, you don't want to do that. And even if you got a ton of money, you don't want to waste money. All right. And finally, I was talking about the selection of parts. You want to make sure with the parts you're selecting, you want to make sure those parts all mesh and gel well. Everything doesn't go well. A Hollinger transmission doesn't necessarily go well with, say, you got a stock rear end. That power is going to be the power is going to be sent somewhere. So if it's all going through the transmission or whatever, the transmission is going to take it. The transmission is not going to be a weak point. It's going to send all that power to that rear diff, to axles and different stuff like that. So all your all the parts have to mesh well. Everything has to be within the same area. You can't have triple plate carbon ATS clutch on a stock transmission. It's not going to work. You can't have that on a stock W58. It's going to explode. You can't have that on, say you got a Subaru EJ20, whatever. Everybody knows the transmissions are glass. In retrospective, you're not doing any, most guys out there who drag racing and complaining about Evo transmissions and GTR transmissions and all-wheel drive applications, they're not meant to go from a standing still to bam, all the power and go. That's a lot of grip, front and rear wheel stuff is going to break. You rarely see guys in a rally and grip where they're engaging and they're pulling off and everything is smooth and there's no shocks. You don't see those guys breaking transmissions much because they're not from a stop to bam, all this power. That's going to break anything. Hey, what's going on, man, from Phoenix? But yeah, and again, Mr. Endock, and this is for Cody. Against this is I'm actually about to close this out because the last one, if you check if it uploads a little bit, it was over an hour, and I got the computer cut off on me. I was talking about a lot of stuff on there before, so this one's not going to last about another maybe 10 minutes or so. If you guys got any questions, just go ahead and drop them down here real quick, and I'll answer for you before I get out of here. But again, I'm just wrapping up and doing an overview of what I talked about. And right now, again, I was talking about part selection. So make sure your part selection mirrors what you're trying to do. Make sure when you build your list of cars, you're going to take all those cars. You're going to take all what you want to do with the car. Write it all down, because when you write it down, it really makes sense in your mind. You can see, for the visual type of person, you see a shitty car and then you know what it's going to look like. Some people can't see that. They see the car for the face value, what it looks like right now. And people like that irritate the hell out of me because they go, oh man, they got rust on it, or they got this one. I'm like, dude, I can fucking cut and weld with it. I got grinders, I got welders, I can do all that stuff. So some people can't see that. You can, but again, when you write your build down, when you make your bullets on the well, not bullets, but you save your bookmarks within your folders, you can see that, well, this clutch, this drivetrain, this ECU, this wiring harness, this color paint, things like that. Once you put the car down there and you can see it physically, look at it, and then you put the cost next to it. This clutch is going to cost $890. This wiring harness is going to cost $1,600. This ECU is going to cost this much with this kit and everything. So once you see all that down there, you'll be able to pick and choose. You'll be able to pick and choose from what you need, from good parts, or maybe a part that's just under it. And also, again, you'll be able to say, hey, I'm going to finish this spring 2000, whatever, because again, only you know your finances. Nobody else can say that. So Mr. Ndog said, do I still have the Mercedes? I do. I still got it. I took it to my house, and it's chilling there right now. Right now, the car just needs the transmission. As you guys know, the W120, well, some of you guys know, the 122 and the 124, they had the transmission issues. They use them in a lot of different other cars as well. And what happened is it's like a pressure plate inside the transmission. From what I read, it cracks in half, and then it doesn't allow the reverse to engage. So it goes forward, but it doesn't go in reverse. So I'm going to leave it automatic. I'm going to fix that, take it apart, overhaul the transmission, and there's a kit for it to fix that. I was given that car, for the guys who don't know what he's asking about, is the AMG Mercedes. I was given that car as a wedding present, and the only stipulation was a guy, he was going to get rid of it. It was getting older. He needed more space, and it was cool. Got a Mercedes. He just said don't sell it, because he knows what I do for a living. I was like, yeah, sure, I won't sell it. And he said he wants to drive it once I get it fixed and everything. So I'm gonna leave it relatively stock-ish, but I am gonna put a remote turbo in it because there's no space in the bay, and I can't not modify anything. So I'll probably take the engine apart, overhaul it, because there's like a few sensors on there that's kind of messed up. It's kind of hard to get parts for European cars over here in Japan because a lot of people don't work on them. So there's a few sensors that got RTV kicked on, and I've seen, and different things that need to be changed and updated and modernized. So that's what I'm going to do, is pretty much fix that up, use it as a daily driver, and it's a cool daily driver. Put some really aggressive wheels on it, and then when that guy comes in town, he'll be able to drive it. So the turbo, I don't know what I'm going to do for the size of the turbo. It's not going to be big, but again, it's going to be remote mounted, because again, there's not a lot of space in the engine bay. Intercooler will probably be an inline water cooled setup, because again, not a lot of space for a front mount and stuff like that. I want to keep it kind of looking normal. So that's the plans for that Mr. Ndoc, and that's it. So again, I hate to cut out on you guys again where I just came back, but I got to get on the road. I got to do some stuff again. Again, this is only the 9th episode. You guys can see the quality is going up a little bit. The mic is better than it was before, and everything is getting a lot better than it was before. So again, it's only going to grow and get bigger and better from here. I'm going to have a lot of guests on. I got confirmed. I got Gregory Franklin. He's down in Miyazaki right now. I got Wisdom Tom and DJ Wiz is coming on soon. I got Chris Deboard, Debo we call him. He's coming on pretty soon. David Adams, of course, is slotted to be on here. A few other guys. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm introducing my circle of guys I talk to all the time to you guys as I get those guys through here, because, again, I know those guys. For this podcast, you're not going to see me bugging. I'm not going to, I've sent a few requests out so far, and I've got like no red message and no replies. That means they're not interested. If the person's interested in you, they're gonna get back to you and respond. If they're not, hey, they're not gonna respond. So I don't chase anybody, and I that's just I always try to kick some knowledge to people. I know a lot of young guys watch this video for my demographics is in between 18 to 35-year-olds, and I'm 35, so. Hey man, you guys out there, you're just getting started. You're looking on YouTube to see these videos. You're doing what I did 20 years ago or 21 years ago, back when there was Street Fire and there was like no YouTube was around. YouTube was around, but nobody was using it. So you want to get inspired. You want to do all this stuff. Don't chase anybody out there. Now what you guys got is different from us. You got this Instagram crap, and everybody's starving for likes and all this other stuff. Build what you're going to build for you and do what you're going to do for you. Don't follow anybody. Set your own trends. Of course, there's so many people that it's hard to do first things, but I can say, and I've been doing this 21 years now. I have done some first things before, and it's cool. Some people go out of their way to be the first to do something, and it doesn't. Sometimes the first is really, really cool, or it can go really wrong. Like, nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to, like the guy who put the diesel engine into the 240. That engine's heavy as hell, so for the power you're making, it's just like a rolling engine crane or engine hoist. It's just too much damn power on the front, man. The cars like this, it rolls cold and everything, but hey, being the first is not always the cool thing. But hey, man, out there, I mean, you can't don't try to reinvent the wheel, but definitely put your own style, your own flavor on it. Add your own thing. You don't have to be a follower of all aspects. But in a nutshell, we're all doing the same thing. We all like cars. We're all modifying them. We're all going faster. We're all doing sideways. Everybody's trying to get more angle and stuff like that. Most people, I don't care about the crazy angle for drifting, and I'll get on that stuff in a later topic. But all in all, do your thing. Do your research. Google. Please Google, man. You guys got all these. You got all this stuff. Wiki links, Wikipedia, all this stuff, man. All these free PDFs, so much knowledge out there, so much stuff on YouTube that you can get. You do not got to bug these guys, man. Nobody's going to, I don't force feed anybody. So when people hit me up like, hey, how do I do this and how do I do that? Like, man, go Google, dude, because I can tell you how to do it. I'm taking time out of my day, and time is money now with this business stuff, man. So Google, please. It's out there. I guarantee you a bunch of people have done it, and there's nothing new under the sun, man. So definitely take advantage of the technology coming to you guys live. So again, yeah, it's definitely going to be, I'll probably mix a live event in. I'll probably announce it or something, like maybe every 3 or 4 events. Not going to be every event like Joe Rogan, man. That's too much, man. I don't have young Jamie over there doing that stuff or whatever. So live, and also how it cut off for me, that's kind of inconvenient, but I'll readjust it and I'll turn off the damn automatic force updates so it doesn't do that on me. But yeah, man, again, thank you guys for tuning in for this, for the part 2. Again, part 1 is going to be up there, loaded up. Once everything loads up, I'm going to combine it and put it in one podcast, so it's more easy to watch. Again, as for the speaking, I'm working hard on the ums and the pauses and the stuff like that, and speaking more fluidly. I'm a comfortable guy speaking, but again, because I'm coming off the top of this stuff, I'm not thinking about it. Let me check this stuff out. So yeah, I'm not really thinking about, I'm thinking about what I'm talking about, but for the guys who, do poetry, or guys out there who rap, when you freestyle, you just, again, guys come out the top of the dome or whatever they say. Pretty much, man, I wrote a little script down right here, but I just kind of wrote that down to keep me in line with the topics I wanted to get on, but I would kind of talk about everything. But as everything goes further down the line, I'll get more comfortable talking and formulating ideas and things like that, and it helps everything. So again, it's only the 9th podcast of, I don't know how many it's going to be. So again, I got the mic, I got the better quality mics here, I got my sound card here, I got the better lighting. So the quality is going to go up and up and up from here, never going backwards. So if you go to the first episode to now, big difference already. So again, it's only been 3 weeks. So again, thank you guys for my 4 viewers down to 3 viewers right now. Mr. N-Doc, I got this is for Cody and a few other guys there. Thank you guys for tuning in, taking time out of your life, taking time out of your day as always. Please like, subscribe, share, and do whatever you're going to do. I'm going to always keep it 100% real. Never going to sugarcoat anything. Always going to tell you how it is. If you ask questions, I'm going to give you answers from my experience. Nobody else. It's only me. If I don't know the answer, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to say, hey, maybe this guy, maybe Brian Wilkinson over at MA Mid Atlantic Motorsports know it. Maybe James Evans over at Sicky knows this. So if I don't know something firsthand experience, I know somebody who does. So I never will lead you astray as a viewer. I never will lead you astray as a customer. I'm always going to come at you 100% straight at you. Some people don't like that because it's kind of offensive, but at the end of the day, I know I didn't say anything crazy to you. So again, kind of going off on a tangent right there. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, all that crazy stuff about like, subscribing, sharing if you want to do that. And this is going to be Donald Jackson signing off from Masao, Japan, inside of Pinku Style headquarters. And see you guys later. Donald Jackson signing out. See you guys. Thank you for tuning in. So now I got it. So now normally when I do that, I cut off in the video, so this live, so you guys see what happens after I do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and